right now. Okay, good morning. So let's just go ahead and sit up in a comfortable seated position. Again, if you have an essential oil, go ahead and bring that out and start rubbing in your hands. Kind of making this a new habit for us. Essential oils help to bring us present into the moment. And if you don't have that, maybe you have some rosemary in your garden or some mint or something. But just something that you can have the aroma so that your brain can focus on that and the breath. Make you present with today. Simply rubbing your hands together, moving some energy, okay? And so let's just go ahead and take a deep breath in. Close your eyes, sigh it out. And you can keep your hands together in prayer pose or one hand on top of the other on the heart. And let's just sit here for a few moments, feeling our heartbeat, feeling our hands placed on our body somewhere. In a sitting position that you can feel grounded in your seat. Eyes are closed, but the crown of the head is reaching to the sky. We're just going to come inside, tapping into the breath, hearing the breath, feeling the breath as you take an inhale. And as you sigh out, relax the jaw, the HS sound. 2 more times. Breath in, feeling the belly fill up, feeling the ribs expand, feeling the heart lift. And then empty out, heart, ribs, belly. 1 more time. From the very bottom of the seat to the crown of the head, finding space, finding length. And then release your hands, and you can place them on your knees. I'm going to move my screen down a little bit so you can see my knees. I'll sit back here. Oops. So your hands are on your knees, and you're just going to come into a very comfortable place where we can just start rolling our shoulders, pulling the elbows or the shoulder blades up and around. And you've got looking for this movement of drawing the shoulder blades back and around. And use the breath here. Inhale and exhale. Deep breath in. 1 more. Hands staying on your knees and pull your ribs back. Drop your head, look toward your belly, shake your head no. Shake it yes. Exhale, go a little deeper into the curve of your back. And then inhale, bend your elbows, and then lift your collarbones. Let your eyes gaze up and feel the shoulder blades really drawing back. And stay lifted here. Pull the chin in even though the eyes are lifting. And now tuck the chin, exhale, and round back. Inhale as you roll onto the pelvis. Even if you're in a chair, this should be able to do that. And then roll back down on your exhale. You'll do that 2 more times. Taking a nice breath in and a nice breath out. Inhaling, chin tucks in, eyes gaze up, shoulders and elbows pull down, and exhale. This time, come through the inhale to lift, and then come back to neutral, where you're just seated in a neutral place. If the legs are crossed, you can recross the other way. We're just going to do a little bit for our lats. You'll keep your right hand down. You can hold underneath the chair or onto the ground. Reach out. Turn your thumb back and stretch up. And bend that right elbow a lot to really get a lift. Tuck the chin in. Sweep the arm around. Come back up. Exhale over and around and up. Anchor into your hip. Reach up, over and around. Switching sides. So you're going to bend into your left elbow, reach the right arm up, get a nice big stretch. Chin tucks in, anchor your right hip. Come on over, stretch, come down and around. Inhale up, exhale, around. Remember that thumb is pointing back. Inhale up and exhale around. Great. Arms out to your side. Thumbs are going to pull back and down. So we're just rotating the shoulder forward and back. Forward and back. It's just not the wrists that are moving. Get the nice big opening and closing and opening the palms. Thumbs down, thumbs back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross over. Lift your bottom arm, whatever arm that is. Feel that stretch on both shoulders. Open up, thumbs pull back, open up. And then cross over. Lift the bottom elbow. And open up. Great. If you're sitting down, go bring your legs out, shake them out a little bit. And then recross again. Let's stretch out our neck because that's so much affects our shoulders. So your hands can be placed right on your knees. Pull your chin in and let your ear drop to your right shoulder. Just kind of hang out here. Now our tendency is to look down, and hopefully the iPad's not down there that you're looking down, but just look out, look forward, look straight ahead, drawing that chin in. And I'd like you to think about it's your left ear that's lifting up, being pulled up, and your left shoulder's anchored down. So use your hand on your knee. Close your eyes if you want, pull the eyeballs back to the back of the head. And breathe in this. Let that whole side of your neck open up. Nice and heavy onto the left hip, left sitting bone. Relax the jaw. As you exhale, bring your chin toward your chest and then roll your head over to the other side. Once you get there, check in. Pull your chin back. Drop your shoulder down, anchor into your right hand, and feel that right earlobe being lifted up. Just feel it lifted. Again, to remind you about your gaze, keep looking out ahead. Find a spot to fix on as you breathe into that tightness. Keep anchoring. The eyes are closed, that's perfectly fine. Pull those eyeballs back into the sockets. Sigh it out. One more time. And as you come through the exhale, tuck the chin to the chest. Place both hands on the back of your head, interlacing your fingers. Elbows are down. Push your head into your hands. Elbows will point up to the sky. Eyes point up. Open up, stretch up. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale and tuck. Now I'm going to have you do this a couple times. I want to make sure you're not collapsing. You're not collapsing down. Your spine is long. You're just opening up, opening the elbows and tucking the chin and doing a bit of a thoracic flexion here. Inhaling and opening, stretching those elbows apart, lifting the collarbones. And then exhaling, elbows pulling down. The head pushes up in the hands. You get a nice neck stretch. One more time. Head pushes back, elbows lift up. This is your biggest one here. Let's stay here and open and close a few times. Exhale. Work into the belly. 3, 2, and 1. Great. And release. Moving on to this, we're going to do some nerve gliding all the way down the arms. So I'm going to ask you to bring your arms out, palms up. Make sure the arms are slightly in front of the shoulder. They're not back here, they're slightly in front, and that should feel comfortable. Curl the fingers in, make a nice tight fist. Now feel the wrists. Take your time here. I want you to feel that stretch in the wrists. Elbows are still lifted, and you come in. Okay? Let's do that really slow. I want you to feel the stretch in your wrists. I know I'm feeling it. Hopefully you are too. All the way out, the arms straighten, the wrists open up, and the fingertips point down. Push out, drop your shoulders. We're gonna do this 2 more times, and I'm gonna add on. Curl the fingers, the knuckles, the wrists. You bend at the elbow joint and you come in. Uncurl the elbows, the wrists, the knuckles, the fingers, and then stretch, palms out, shoulders down. One more time, breathe. Exhale. Making nice big contraction in your arms, and then all the way out, 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 stretch. And let your arms hang for down a second, okay? Now we're gonna add on to that. Chin's tucked in, so get that nice long neck. Arms are out. Let's curl in your right hand, drop your ear to the left, and come all the way in. Now I'm pushing out that left hand. Okay, now as your head comes up and you uncurl, the left arm curls and you drop your ear to the right. Feel that push out through your right hand, and then it's a simultaneous move. Lot going on here, so go slow so you can feel it. They also call this, besides nerve gliding, they call it nerve flossing. And these nerves, all these nerves down our hands, our arms, our neck, they can stretch up to, I think, like 2.5 inches, something like that, something crazy like that. But we stay in positions with our elbows bent, our hands bent, or whatever, and we don't get that stretch. So we're really looking to exaggerate it. And you're breathing. So if you can think about, like when you're flossing your teeth, you're sliding in and out. Now, if you want to go with a little more speed, just be mindful that you have the same moves. Okay, nice and easy. Just a few more. Stretch those fingertips to the end, all the way. And when you are done with this side, come on in and relax, shake it out. Okay, so I'm gonna get you all off your seat for a moment here. We're gonna work onto our shoulders and wrists. If you don't wanna kneel down, you could stand and bend over a chair so you're at table pose. Or you're on your hands and knees. I'm gonna stay on my hands and knees, but if you were on a chair, basically, I'll show you what that looks like. You'd have a chair and you'd be like this. So you don't have to be on your knees. It'll still work, but make sure you have a nice flat back, that the chair is not too low or high. I wanna make sure you have all the options you need. Okay, so set up your alignment. Spread your fingers so that your elbow creases are facing out. Your elbow points are pointing in. Look to make sure your hands are in line with your knees. And I know that sometimes spreading those fingers out wide are hard, but that's the point. I want you to stretch all that out. And we're gonna shift forward and back. Only 3 times. Breathe, 1, 2, flat back, belly in, 3. Now shift side to side. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to add into this a circle. So we'll add our cat-cow. Forward to your right. Exhale, tuck the belly. Stretch out the arms to your left. Now this might be a little bit harder standing, so you can make little circles. But the main point is you want to feel some movement in the shoulder joints over your fingertips and around. Then when you're at the top, stop. Come on forward, pull the tail under, drop the head, look toward your belly button, and then eyes gazing forward. Exhale. And one more. Let's shake out those hands when we're done. Come on up and shake it out. Now, you know that I have a whole series with that. We're going to do it really quick because let's face it, it's not comfortable. So fingers out. Side to side, just to get the feel. Side to side. Flat back, belly pull in, front to back. Feel the thumbs to the index fingers. Circle, front, side, back and around. Get those fingers down. Using the breath. Doesn't have to be huge to be effective, right? Tuck, round. And then you hit the brakes, reverse it. Exhale back. Look toward your belly. Inhale, look to the front of the mat. And one more, circular cat-cow, we call this. And then you come on up and shake out those hands. Whew, they get really heavy. Okay, nice and easy here, shake it out. Round 3, fingertips are pointing in. Now this is where I see a lot of people get caught up. They start rounding their back. So you want to have a straight arm and pull those shoulders back. So you've got to get some tricep action going on here. Okay, pull the belly in. I don't want you to be too arched. Pull the belly, tone it in. Shift forward and back. It's super important when you're doing this, you feel the knuckles and the finger pads. I know the wrists are stretching. That's why we're doing this. Side to side. Finger pads, finger pads. And now circles. Forward, inhale. Exhale, around. Smaller cat-cow for me, for sure. I don't know about you guys. And around. Use your belly. Come out of that turtle shell at the top. One more. Tuck and unturtle. That's a different cue. Come forward. Side, left side, tuck it around. And forward. That's an inhale. And again, exhale. And one more. Okay, here we go. Shake it out. I can't even move my hands. Shake it out. All right, last one. The most wicked of all. Let's face it. Fingertips are down. I'm not even going to sugarcoat this one. Fingertips are pointing back. Shoulders are pulled back. Belly pulled up. Right in the center. Front and back. Whew. Use the breath. Press into those finger pads. You can even stretch them out a little bit. Why not? Side to side. Thumbs. Feel those thumbs. Feel those pinky fingers. And all the 3 fingers in between. And little circles on this. How about it? Forward, exhale, around 1. Forward, exhale, back 2. I think I'm kind of glad I have you on mute because I know you're all whining because I would be. I am now. Forward and switch. I'm silently whining. 2 more. 1 more. Oh, peel it off the ground. And let's shake it out. Have a seat. Woo, baby. Okay. You're going to grab onto one hand. I've got, make it your left hand here and hold these 2 bones, okay? Shake out. Make some circles. And then let's do that little Indian burn where we're rubbing, we're really clamping down on the bones and turning. And then imagine you're putting a glove on and you're holding your fingers and you're kind of making your fingers walk through that glove all the way down to the elbow. Great. Other side, hold on to the 2 bones. Don't hit yourself. Flick it out. Circle it around. Okay, and then let's do that Indian burn. Squeezing the bones together, making your way all the way down. And then let's put on our surgical glove. all the way through, all the way down, and release. Well, hopefully your shoulders are nice and heavy and relaxed. And now let's get down onto the ground and work this a little bit more, and we can work our lower body. I did tell you to grab a towel. So you're going to take that towel into your hands. We're going to come down on the floor. The knees are bent. I'll give you some time to get down there. And just come to a comfortable, it's constructive resting pose, we call it. The knees are over the hip sockets. The feet are in line with the knees. Your shoulders are nice and flat. And gazing to the sky. You're going to take that towel, and you can either take it on ends, or if you want to, if you tend to be pretty tight in the shoulders, I would recommend taking it on the opposite corners to make that towel longer. I think I'm going to do that too, actually. It just gives you a little more movement. You're holding the towel. You're going to reach up and over, exhale, pull that towel apart. And then bring it down toward your thighs. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, drop your shoulders into the ground. Exhale, pull back. And down all the way. Inhale, stretch up, anchor those shoulders. Exhale. Bring it back up and over. 1 more time. Inhale, exhale, and pull. Now keep pulling. If it's too much, you can bend the elbows. That's certainly fine to do, but I want you to keep that tight tautness of the towel. And let your knees rock side to side. Tuck the chin in. Let the hips let the pelvis roll side to side. Nice free form, organic feeling of movement. Go slow, enjoy the movement. And then when you come back to center, bring the towel back. We're going to bring the towel up to the ceiling now. Now we're just going to make circles around. Just circle around one direction, the other direction. Now we'll bend the elbows as we come back, and you're in a goal post here. Straighten your arms and bend them. Straighten and bend. Exhale. 3. Anchor the shoulders down as you push away. 2 and 1. Hold it out. Press into your feet. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to lift up your pelvis and bring your arms over your chest. The hips are high. Take an inhale here. And on exhale, roll the pelvis down. Reach the arms away from the tailbone and stretch. Have a little arch in your back on this. That's fine. Take a big breath in. Now flatten the back. Shoulders anchored. Reach up. Lift the hips. Shoulders are still anchored. You're pulling away. Pelvis is lifted. Stay there. Inhale. And exhale. Sink through between the shoulder blades as you slowly pull back and drop. 1 more time. Big breath in, prepare as you pull that towel apart. Flatten through the belly, exhale and roll up. Hold your lift here. Keep your shoulders anchored. Keep the lift as long as you're not cramping, and lift one heel, then the other. Alternate, right heel, left heel, right heel, left heel for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both heels lifted high. Keep them lifted. Take a big breath in and start rolling your spine down as the arms reach back. Once your tailbone drops, you drop your heels. Release the towel. Relax. Roll your head side to side. And now on your next exhale, slowly let your knees drop off to the side, nice and slow. Turn your head to the left as your knees are pointing to the right. We'll stay here for a couple breaths and let the side body open up. Shoulders are nice and anchored. You're on the edges of your feet, the knife edge of both feet. If you prefer a little bit more, you can pick up your bottom foot and place it over the top knee. If it's too much today, don't worry about it. Or if you want to really cross over, wrapping thigh bone over thigh bone, that's fine too. Listen to what your body likes. It's not painful, just it enhances the sensation of your stretch. And then focus on your breath. Where can you soften? Your next inhale will prepare you to get out of the posture. And then you slide the foot off if it's there, and you keep breathing out. You're bringing your knees back. Make sure you're in parallel rather than wide. Take an inhale and let your knees drop over to your left and look to your right. And stay here with me for a few breaths before you enhance the stretch. Breathe into your ribs. Pull the belly in so you get a little more length into the back of the body. Shoulders soft. You're on the edge of both feet to enhance the external and internal rotation of the thigh bones. Sigh it out. Take a breath in, prepare to move that bottom foot up if you'd like. And as you exhale, using your belly muscles, cross ankle over. See where it's comfortable for you. You might want it on the edge of the knee or cross over the thigh bone. Keep the belly actively engaged so you're not straining. Instead, you're stretching the back muscles. Feel the breath through the nose, fill up the body, empty out through the jaw. Now your next inhale will prepare you to move. As you exhale, slowly slide that foot off and come on back to center. And now just nice little gentle waves rocking the pelvis side to side. Walk your feet in together and let the knees go apart here. And for a few breaths, let's just work on opening up the hips, and then we'll go back to shoulders. So squeeze the feet together, knees come up. And inhale, belly rises, knees go apart. You can put your hands there to exaggerate the stretch. Exhale, inhale. Now the next time that your knees come together, take your hands behind your neck, interlace, so you're propping your head up and you can look toward your belly button. Now, open up your knees as wide as you can. Let your hands lift your head and shoulders off the mat. As you lower your shoulders and head and elbows go out, squeeze your knees together and flatten your back. Now, open up your knees and lift the hips, and you're still imprinting your spine, your upper spine. Exhale, flatten in the belly, knees come together. Chest is open. So it's like a little teeter-totter, almost like flossing. Inhale, exhale. I'm sorry, that's an exhale. As you come up, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Nice little floss in here. 2 more. 1 more. And when the head comes down, the knees come together. Bring one knee in and then the other. And let's just make some circles with the pelvis for 3, 2, and 1, and reverse it for 3, and 2, and 1. Hug the knees in, lift the head and shoulders, get a nice big squeeze here, and we're gonna rock ourselves up. Once you're up, slide your hands down, reaching toward your feet, and stack up. Okay, so let's sit in a comfortable place again. We're gonna grab our towel. We're gonna work on a little bit more stretching of the shoulders. So I'm gonna show you from the back view what this is gonna look like. It will probably be more helpful. You'll take your right arm and you're gonna hold the towel behind your head, and your left palm is gonna face outward, and you're gonna find the edge of the towel. So both hands are basically pushing into the head. Now, you can see how my shoulder wants to come forward here. I want you to try to roll that shoulder back. Same thing with this elbow here. You want to try to roll it back so you're opened up, okay? So it's your right hand and left hand down, okay? Head back, tuck in, and carefully just pull up and push down. Pull up, push down. Watch your wrist, okay? Make sure that that wrist is nice and straight, both wrists are straight, and you're just kind of toweling off your back. Now, I know most of us tend to drop our head on this, so that's the whole point. Keep your head back as you do this. Head pushes into the hands, belly. Now, after you've done it a couple times, pause there and see if you can't choke up or down and grab that towel a little tighter. Pushing your knuckles into your back and your upright. Continue with this breath here. Keep pulling that towel apart, really getting a little tug of war, opening up the chest for 3, 2, and 1. Release the bottom arm and bring that towel over. Shake out your shoulders, shrug, roll, whatever. So that was with your right arm. So now you're going to use your left arm, okay? And I'll face the front on this one. So the left arm's up, hands behind your head. Make sure that elbow's back. Right hand behind you. Pull your belly in, sit up nice and tall. And let's just start with breath, flossing. Exhale. Inhale, pull down. Exhale. Inhale, pull down. And down. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Push your head back. Just kind of hold it. And now I want you to do that same thing. I want you to try to wiggle up, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Find that tightness. Find as tight as you can. Push back. Keep anchoring in. Keep pulling everything back for 3, 2, and 1. Release the bottom arm. Release the top arm. And roll your shoulders out. Give yourself a big old hug here. Lift that bottom elbow. Push down on the top elbow. Make that compressive feeling between the elbows. Then open up, big stretch, cross over the other way. Hands are on the shoulders, bottom elbow lifts up, top elbow presses down. And release. Shake things out a little bit. Shake out your legs. Now if you're sitting on the floor, shake that out. Let's go into a little bit of rotation, just a bit. So whether you're on a chair or the floor, we're going to start with your right arm down on the ground. We're going to reach up. Take a big stretch. That left hand goes on the knee. The right hand reaches back. And I just want you to keep looking forward. A little bit of rotation. It's the shoulders to do this. Hold that. Propping yourself up. Breathe. Open up the arms over to the other side. Prop yourself up. Get that left shoulder back. Right shoulder forward. Tuck the chin in. Now, arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Turn your shoulders. Now turn your head. All the air out. Both arms up. Inhale. Exhale. First the hands, then the shoulders, then the head. All the air out. Inhale. Reach up. Exhale. Take your hands first. Turn your shoulders, then your head. Stretch up. Breathe in. Hands prop you. Shoulders turn. Eyes gaze over the shoulders. And one more time on each side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Exhale and exhale. Slowly sip in air. Soften the shoulders. Place the hands down. Turn the shoulders. Exhale. It's like a staccato breath. Come all the way back. This time, hands go on the knees. And let's do that little bit of cat-cow like we did when we started. Tuck and arch. Tuck and arch. Tuck and arch. Circle it around now. Come to the side, down to the back, to the other hip, forward for 3. Look to the belly, look to the sky, 2. And 1, and reverse it. Exhale, ribs pull back. Inhale, collarbones lift. One more. Great. So let's lay down back on the mat. If you have it handy, I would love for you to have a blanket at this point because we're going to place it. I didn't tell you about this in the beginning. I just thought about it now, actually. I'm going to have that blanket to prop your shoulders up a little bit. So since we've opened up the shoulders and chest, let's keep enhancing that. Now, when you have the blanket or a towel, it doesn't have to be a big roll, okay? I want it to be just enough that you can put it right, the blanket's going to be a little bit below the armpits, okay? So you'll roll down. It's not in the lower back. It's up into the thoracic spine. It's going to help you to get a little lift in your chest. So when I come back down here and my head's down, my arms are over the blanket. So get yourself comfortable. I'll give you some time to get into this posture. Knees are bent, feet are flat, and you have an arch of your spine off the floor. I can literally put my hand under there and have some space. And if you've got it there, feel your feet press down to the ground. Let your head roll side to side. And you have some options, folks. At this point, if it feels okay for you, straighten your legs out and let your legs be nice and long here. If you like a little bit more of that chest stretch, reach up, your shoulders are down, and you'll stretch out overhead. If you want to take your legs wider, or you want to go into a diamond shape, the diamond shape's a little more on arch of the back, so if that's too much on your back, don't go there. But find a pose that is a little bit more relaxing with emphasis of that chest lift. And we'll be here for about 5 rounds of breath. Feeling from the toes, all but the legs, pelvis, chest, throat, chin to top of head. Sighing out and feeling the back body, the top of the head, the neck, right where the towel is, down your back to your tailbone, down your left leg, down your right to your heels. To develop that circular pattern of breath, top to bottom, bottom to top, front body to back body, in and out. We're just allowing our heart to be lifted, chin tucked in, neck long. And we're going to create a little bit of movement with this. So you'll bend both knees in, the feet are flat. You're going to roll over to the right side, and your right hand is going to be a pillow for your head. So you still have that blanket there lifting you. Let's take your left arm, your top arm, and sweep it around, kind of like our rainbow arms. I really like to encourage you to keep your hand down on the ground as you open up the knee and take it back. So I am turning my palm on this one. Come back over, palm comes down, knee comes down, all the way. Fingertips, palm dragging on the floor, over the head. Once it gets tight, you turn the palm so the fingernails are down, the palm's up, the knee comes up, and you open up. Looking to your left side or other side, and then back. Do one more time. Take your time. Find a place that feels extra yummy or extra needed of that stretch. Breathe into that. And then guide your way back all the way to start. You're going to roll onto that blanket or towel so you're back in place. Realign yourself, knees over the hips, and we're going to roll over to the other side. So then the bottom hand is a pillow, the top hand is in front of you. You're going to take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, the hand comes over the head, turn the palm, lift the knee, open up the shoulder, and reach all the way toward your hips, and then take it back. Stretch it back. Exhale as you go into that transition over your head, down to your knee. And you've got 3 more of those. Take your time. If you only get 2 in, that's all right. It's all about feeling, not pain, but movement into the shoulders, into the hips, into the neck. Hearing your breath, feeling your breath. Get that transitional movement of rotation. This time we'll hang out here into that one place that feels like it needs a little bit more attention. Stretching, whether it's the pecs, the lats, the hips, the neck. Take a big breath in and sigh it out. And then you'll slowly bring your way all the way back and carefully bring yourself up into your seated position. Okay, shake out your shoulders a little bit. Let's hug onto your knees here. Just get a big squeeze. Tuck your chin. Feel as your head is tucked in that you're really trying to pull your elbows in and push your spine back to the back of the wall. Shake your head no. Shake it yes. Then stack up your spine. Let's take our hands behind us. Bend the elbows and let the eyes gaze forward and lift the chest. Then forward flexion toward your toes. Flex the spine and drop the head. Slide the hand back. You can straighten your legs on this one. Lift. And as you tuck the chin, flex over your spine, stretching your lower back. One more time. Stack up tall. Press your hands down. Then slide back. Bend your elbows. Lift the hearts. Lift the eyes. And then exhale. Tuck the chin. Flex. Reach forward. Stretch all the way. Let your head be heavy. Pull your belly into your spine, into your waistband. Breathe all the air out. And stack all the way up. Okay, that was it for today. I hope that felt really good for you guys. I'm going to stop the recording right now if I can figure out how to stop it. There we go.